from what you've seen so far, and look, we're only 2 weeks in, I understand that, but so who's in charge? Tell us about the White House team. What do you ascertain about who's closest to Trump, who's calling the shots, who's he really leaning on, who's running the show?
Well, we know Steve Bannon, the senior counselor, is taken on a very powerful position in the White House. He's kind of emerged as this intellectual and strategic force behind the White House. The big picture, I think, is in his. That's his playground. You know, we know that the executive order on refugees was a Bannon creation. So what that means is for other people in the White House, like Reince Priebus, the chief of staff, they are not involved so much with the big picture planning. But after the rollout of the executive order that was widely panned, there seemed to be some kind of internal recognition, because there was something where Reince was able to kind of reaffirm his control over the operational stuff, the day-to-day, saying that if we're going to roll out a policy like this, it needs to be done in a better way, and I'm going to have a bigger say in that. So
because the one thing
it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic changes because of what happened last weekend.
Right. The one thing that was universally criticized was the role that how clumsy it was and how it wasn't just the fact that on the green cards they've changed it like twice. Now yesterday they exempted anybody with a green card, right? Before they said green. At first they said green cards. People with green cards were included. They would just have to be asked some tougher questions. Then they said, well, some of them are not going to be, and then yesterday they exempted everybody with a green card. Right?
And if you notice who is doing the clarification and doing the talking about this now, it's General Kelly, the head of Homeland Security, and the agencies. It's not the White House. I think they have said, you don't really understand how this works. We do. Let us take care of this from now on. So that's been an interesting change to watch too.